Starting a pig farm is one thing, making profit is another thing, but knowing how to raise your pigs for profit is the major thing, and that's what I'm going to be telling you on this video. So welcome back to my channel. My name is Uni Udoye. On this channel I talk about animal farming, pig and fish especially. In here I give helpful tips on how to succeed in the business, how to make money from this business. So if this is the kind of channel you love, please don't hesitate to subscribe, like and share. Turn on your post notification bell for new videos to come. Okay, so let's get right back into today's video. To raise pigs for profit, especially in Africa, there are things you need to focus on. And number one is to develop a business plan. Now, this business plan includes making a market research to understand the demand for pork in your area. Know your target customers, okay? Know the people that you would like to sell to. Understand that environment that you want to start up that pig farm business in. That thing is cost. In developing a business plan, know what you're going to spend. The cost to buy stocks, that's to buy the pigs, to purchase land, for building, for feeding. Know what you're going to spend. I even forgot to put operational expenses like medicine, veterinary care, all those things. Even labor, you will still pay for laborers. And also projected revenue. Also, don't forget to collect the necessary license and permits that you need legally, that you need to operate in that area, so that you not come one day and you hear that, oh, you're not supposed to do this in this area. After building and everything, they will never allow you to recover your money. They'll tell you have to vacate the premises and all of that. You don't have the choice. But if you've obtained permission, obtained all the necessary documents legally, nobody will tell you that kind of a thing. You will not have that kind of heartbreak. Like I said in my previous video, something like this has happened to somebody I know. The guy was lucky. We've not even gone far with the structures, and they asked him to vacate the place quietly. So we just had to loosen those blocks, and we used it to start up somewhere else. The second one is to secure a location and a housing for these pigs. Make sure you have enough space for housing. Properly and strategically plan the structures that you want to build there. Make sure there's enough space. Plan the structures to be a very comfortable place for those pigs that you're going to be bringing in. And also make sure that you have constant water. Make sure that you have enough water in that farm or in that place. Constant water supply is another thing that you shouldn't run away from. When you're writing your business plan, all these things I just mentioned now is something that you cannot run away from. It's something that should be in your business plan. Not just about money, making profit and all of that. No. You should include it. The third one is focusing on starting small with quality breed. First thing first, you need to start with one or two, so that you can be able to learn the ropes of the business and also expand using reinvested profits. Make sure to invest in breeds that have been known or that is known for fast growth and good meat conversion rates. So make sure to purchase your healthy breeding stocks from reputable sources, so that you can lay a very good foundation for your pig farm. Because if you buy nonsense from anywhere just because you want to buy pigs, and maybe because it is cheap, the foundation will be shaky, and you end up regretting it at the long run. And you see that you've wasted a whole lot of money that you will have used to buy quality breed, even though it will be slightly pricey, but at the long run you get what you want. So the fourth one is ensure proper feeding and nutrition. I don't know how to emphasize on this. I'm always saying this thing. Proper feeding and nutrition is really important. Feeding accounts for a significant portion of costs, so a balanced diet is crucial. So it's either you use commercial feed, the ones you can buy in the markets, or you decide to formulate your own feed using crop residues like back of cassava peel, other things that you can use to mix your feed. The cassava peel has to be dried though. It has to be dried. Okay, so make sure that you feed early in the morning and late in the evening to be able to optimize growth and consumption. Some people feed once a day. I don't know how they do it. but it's good to feed very, very well. Okay, so feed morning and late in the evening is very, very good. It's a very good practice. The fifth one is to keep records. Make sure to track all expenses, all incomes, feeding schedules, and the pig growth. This will help you to monitor profits and also to identify areas that you need to improve. That's areas for improvement. In case if you're not making much money, you know that you're not making much money, you know where the problem is coming from, then you improve. Or in case if your pigs are not growing and you know that it's going to affect your income at the end of the day, you try and improve, you adjust, and all of that. Okay, so that is why you need to keep records of everything in the farm. Okay, it's focus on health management and biosecurity. I have a video on everything you need to know about the biosecurity measures in a pig farm. I'm going to be dropping the link on the screen, so please watch. Implement a strict biosecurity measures. Follow strict vaccination and deworming schedules. Okay, so I'm not going to talk much about biosecurity because that's like the last video I made before this one. I can't even remember. I think the last two videos I made before this one. So make sure to go there and watch it so that you can understand more about biosecurity measures, on everything you need to know about biosecurity measures. Okay, the seventh one is to implement strategic marketing. So plan your sales to align with high demand period, like this particular period that we are in now, Christmas and Easter period. Okay, so make sure you build a customer list early, including butchers, food vendors, etc. People that just buy normally, that just buy people that just buy for their personal self. Okay, plan the lists, build a list for that. Know that, okay, these are the people that you have to sell to. And also you can also consider processing your pork into sausages to increase the revenue stream, to increase more revenue for you. People do it, and so many other ways I'm not going to be saying in this video. You can talk to me privately and I'll counsel you on how to make more profits regarding this, and also many more that I won't be pointing out. So that is just it. So the eighth one is to mentorship. Seek mentorship. Learn from all these experienced local pig farmers. Those their practical advice can actually save you from a lot of common unnecessary mistakes that you will make. So make sure to seek advice from them, or somebody that you know that is really, really experienced, even if it's not local, but somebody that you know that is really, really experienced in this business. Seek mentorship from them, seek advice from them. It will help you. It will help you go a long way. Last one is patience, persistence. So pig farming is a demanding venture that requires hard work, consistency, and time for the business to mature so that you can be able to make profits. Don't come into this pig farming and say, okay, you're going to make it overnight, or under 1 year you make it. My dear, please, if you don't have patience, if you know you can't be consistent for like 2 years straight, you are doing it. If you know you can't be consistent, you know you don't have patience, if you know you cannot work hard, my dear, no put head. This business will test you. It will stretch you beyond limits. It will test your patience. It will test your sanity. It will test if you can work hard. Sanity in the sense that you might put some people in your farm and the next thing you will not even see them again. That's sanity. You might come to the farm and see that somebody that worked for you last night, all of a sudden came this morning. You came this morning, you did not see the person in the farm. The person is nowhere to be found. And your pigs will just be there littering around. You just see yourself that from beginning you've just employed yourself to be working for yourself. It's very possible. So you have to be careful. If you know you don't have strength or you can't work hard, just don't bother yourself coming into this business. Okay? So that is just it about raising pigs for profits. I hope you've been able to learn from this video. I hope I've been able to impact or giving you 1 or 2 tips here and there, knowledge here and there to raise your pigs for profits. I hope I've been able to do that. So if you like this video, you know what I always say. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up first, then you now subscribe. Turn on your post notification bell for new videos to come. Drop your comments in the comment section. Anything you want to ask me at all, please drop it in the comment section. And reach out to me on my Facebook page at RealOnyudoye, on my Instagram at Onyudoye, for consultation to start up your pig farm, to even start up your fish farm business, anything at all regarding everything that I do, please reach out to me. If you want to buy pigs, you can reach out to me there too, and I will reply. Okay, so guys, I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.